Alexis Stone here, and I'm going to be showing you how I transform myself from this to this, using all of the Revolution Pro brand new products. Before going in with my foundation, I'm going to be taking the new Universal Face Primer Blur Stick, and I'm going to be putting this over the entire face. Then taking the Perfecting Featherweight Primer, I'm going to be putting this underneath my eye. Now that we have the perfect base, I'm going to be taking my full cover Camouflage Foundation, and I'm actually going to be showing you quickly how full coverage this is. I have tattoos on my fingers, and just quickly placing some of the foundation on top of those, unblended, I'm able to conceal my black tattoos. So a really beautiful product, and obviously essential when it comes to the art of drag. I'm going to be taking this on my foundation brush, and I'm going to be applying the foundation directly onto the brush and then taking that onto my skin. Once you're happy with the desired coverage of the foundation, I'm going to be dipping into my full cover Camouflage Concealer, and this is in the lightest shade C1. I'm going to be taking that on just a flat-headed concealer brush. I'm going to be placing this under the eye, not only to conceal, but to give a more extreme highlight. I'm going to be running this along the edge of my nose, also to snatch the nose in and reduce the width of the nose. I'm also going to be putting some of this product just around the outer edges of the lip. I'm going to place a little bit on my philtrum, and I'm also going to be taking this into the centre of the forehead. Having blended the concealer in, I'm now going to go in with an even darker foundation shade and quickly contour my face. Then I'm going to quickly blend that contour in, and then quickly fixing the entire cream base we've just put down with some beautiful translucent powder. Taking my Revolution Pro customized palette, I'm going to be taking this really beautiful contour shade and start to carve out the face. I'm going to be taking this along my jawline just to feminize my face slightly. Good thing with this contour is a really beautiful cool shade, so instead of it looking like I've got big brown lines on my face, it actually really sells the illusion of it being a natural shadow, which for me is perfect, seeing everything that I do is about highlighting and contouring. Moving on to the eye, I've already dipped straight into my concealer, and I'm going to be using this as an eye base. They do have an eye base already called Core, however, because I'm so in love with this concealer and how rich it is, I think it's going to be the perfect base for a dramatic, colourful eye look. Dipping into the Regeneration eyeshadow palette, these really beautiful matte prime colours. I'm going to be taking Shrine, which is this really beautiful true purple. Now, you don't need a lot of product, it goes a long way, so don't overload your brush. Putting this on top of the wet concealer that we've laid down, just so the pigment is as vibrant as possible. Then dipping into this beautiful turquoise, I'm just going to be using that to blend the purple out that we've just laid down. Then dipping into Indication, which is this slightly darker purple blue shade on a fine pencil brush. I'm just going to be running this into the deepest set of the crease. And then blending that back out. For brow bone highlight, I'm going to be dipping into this really beautiful sort of slightly off-white matte shade, and it is called Saint. And I'm just going to be putting this onto my brow bone. Now, the reason I'm not using a shimmer shade is just because I am about to put a whole bunch of shimmer onto my lid, and I want it to be a nice balance. Dipping back into my concealer on a flat head concealer brush, I'm going to now start to cut out my lid. And for the centre of the lid, I'm going to be dipping into the Supreme eyeshadow in Allure. And I'm going to be dipping into this really beautiful sort of duochrome purple shade. And on a flat brush, and a little pro tip, if you take some of that pigment on your brush and just wet the brush, taking some of the Extreme Hold finishing spray, when you place that pigment on top of the lid, you're going to get maximum payoff, giving a really beautiful mirror-like effect. And then to intensify that even more, I'm going to be dipping into the Gold 4K highlighter palette and dipping into this beautiful platinum colour. And again, on a slightly wet brush, so we get the most blinding drag-tastic lid. For the under eye, I'm going to be dipping back into a combination of the two purple shades and on a fine brush, just blending underneath the eye. And now for that pop of colour, I'm going to be dipping into New Day, which is a really vibrant yellow, and I'm going to be putting this onto the inner corner of the eye. Taking as much of the pigment onto the brush and some setting spray, that's just going to really help make that yellow as vibrant as possible. And finishing the eye by dipping back into that duochrome purple shade and running that onto the lower purple that we've put down. My favourite part, and I don't think y'all ready for this, I'm going to be dipping into this, again, beautiful platinum highlight shade, and I'm about to level up. Oh! And then if you really want to blind the haters, again, pick up as much of that pigment, damp your brush. Oh my god, I'm beautiful. Then to complete this, I'm going to be doing an ombre, taking the lipstick shade Attitude and Foresight, which is a slightly darker pink and lighter pink. To start with, I'm going to be putting the dark pink on the outer corners of the mouth. With the Supreme Hold finishing spray, I'm now going to douse my face severely with that. And here you are with the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this colourful drag makeup transformation. And until next time, stay safe and I shall see you very soon.